Welcome back to week 2 of Kyle and Maggie's Money Making Picks. Week 1 wasn't ideal. I didn't even pick up a win. I went 0-1-0-1 because Denver couldn't cover the 3. They just won by 3, and then the Chargers, like last year, let me down as always. So,
yeah.
What'd you go?
I went 1-1. It was close on the Patriots game and then the Packers game. Who could have predicted everything that went down in that game?
Pretty wild game, but they didn't come anywhere near covering the 7.5 that we had them on. So, if you haven't been with us before, what we do is we come on here and give 2 picks. We haven't discussed them anything, so we can have up to 4 picks. We can go against each other, or we can have 3 if we have the same one. So we really don't know until we give out our picks on the air. So you want to go ahead and dive on in?
All right, yeah, you first.
Okay, the first one I have is the Patriots -1 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're in Jacksonville, but yet they have never lost to the Jaguars, the Patriots. They're 7-0 all time against them, and the Jaguars are just 2-3 against the spread in their last 5 games. Also, the big one for me is the Patriots are 14-3 against the spread in their last 17 road games. So I'll take the greatest quarterback probably ever against Blake Bortles anytime, so I'm going to take the Patriots -1.
Well, I like your pick. I've got the same thing. That was one of mine, New England -1. I saw the same stat that they've always beat them, and Tom Brady is pretty good at what he does.
He is pretty darn good. And they played a good defense last week in Houston. Like they had nobody was injured yet. J.J. Watt was there. Merciless was there. They had a good defense, and they scored 27 points on them. So not too worried about the Jags defense.
Yeah, it should be a fun game.
Yes. You want to go ahead and give your second one?
Sure. So for my second pick, I've got the Giants +3 on the road at the Cowboys. So I just like Saquon and Odell better than Zeke and Beasley. So I just feel, I don't know, I feel like both teams might struggle this season, but I like the Giants offense a lot more than the Cowboys.
And that's the Sunday night football game too. So. We'll stick with the trend of night games. I'm going to go with the Monday night game, and I'm going to take the Bears -3.5 against the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
If you remember last week, I told you Seattle's terrible. And yet, when they were at Denver, if Case Keenum wouldn't have threw 3 interceptions straight to the defense, it would have been a blowout. They still got beat, Seattle did, and I just don't believe in them at all. And they lost Doug Baldwin last week. So now it's literally Russell Wilson on his own, and he has a terrible offensive line. And if you watch that Packer game, that Bears defense is actually pretty darn good. Khalil Mack is going to have a field day on Seattle, and teams that have had back-to-back road games to start the season are 0-6 against the spread in that second game in their last 6 games. So I think Seattle goes into Chicago, and I think they lose by even close to 10 points. So it's -3.5 right now. I'd like to get it at -3 if you could, but I'm okay with it at -3.5.
All right. Interesting.
And one more fun fact about that, it's Urlacher night, so the place is going to be packed like they're honoring him. So.
Okay.
Well, thanks for joining us again for week 2. We'll be back for week 3. I posted my hot starters and bench warmers, read a little bit about that. I have updated rankings, and make sure you check for the weather updates for impacted games tomorrow before you set your fantasy lineup. Thank you.
Yep, best of luck.